back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. President Buhari says he's not distracted by the politics of 2019, but focused on fixing Nigeria's economy, security and fighting corruption as he meets with British Prime Minister Theresa May in London. Security chiefs from Africa and around the world gather in Abuja to discuss how to combat the continent's security challenges in the 21st century. Gunmen kill policeman and kidnap German construction worker in Kano as Benue Police Command confirmed killing of 4 of its men following an ambush by armed men. And Prime Minister Theresa May defends Syrian airstrikes before UK Parliament as Russia denies tampering with site of suspected chemical attack. Now, channelstv.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb, you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. Now we have some of those pictures into our portal and let's share them with you. Let's begin with this picture showing the dangerous state of a bridge across the Niger in Ajaokuta, Kogi State. The eyewitness reporter, who's worried about those who ply this bridge every day, pleads with concerned authorities to fix it. Next are these pictures sent in from Asaba in Delta State showing different overloaded vehicles. Our eyewitness reporter wonders how these vehicles ply major routes without being noticed and prosecuted by the relevant authorities. He says it poses a great danger to passengers and road users. And here's a flooded street in Agudasuru here in Lagos. Our eyewitness reporter says when it rains, people are unhappy in the area because of the pain they have to go through. Our eyewitness reporter is pleading with the Lagos State government to intervene and is also asking residents to keep the canal clean. Thanks for all your pictures and do keep them coming. A German engineer working with a construction company in Kano has been kidnapped. The man, identified as Michael Kremser, was forcefully taken away after a policeman assigned to provide him with security was shot and killed by the attackers. The incident was said to have occurred in the early hours of today as the workers were on their way to resume work at a construction site in the city of Kano. The Kano State Police Command confirmed the attack, saying it was carried out by 5 men who came in their own vehicle and opened fire on another vehicle conveying the German engineer and his security aide. The police spokesman in the state, Magaji Majia, told our correspondent in Kano that the command's anti-kidnap unit is on the trail of the kidnappers.
At about 07:45 hours along 70 by the Road Kano, where an armed gang of 5 men in a motor vehicle conveying a staff of Lantata and Sawo Construction Company going to a construction site. The attackers killed one of our police sergeants attached to Special Protection Unit on escort duty and abducted Mr. Michael Kremser, a German national, working with the company. Immediately, the incident occurred. The police commissioner, CP Rabi Yusuf PSC Daga, deployed a powerful team of operatives and detectives securing the axis with view to arresting the hoodlums and rescue the victim.
And still talking security, the police in Benue State have confirmed the killing of 4 of its officers in an attack by gunmen. A statement from the state's command says the police officers came under the insurgents' fire in Logo local government area. According to local sources, the law enforcement officers were on their way to Ayilamo in the same area when they ran into an ambush around 6 p.m. A police vehicle was reportedly set ablaze while some houses were also burnt. The police say additional reinforcement, including air assets, have been deployed by the Inspector General of Police in pursuit of the attackers. They've offered an assurance that the bandits will be apprehended and made to face the law. All right, let's cross over to Abuja, and here's Linda Akigbe. Hey, Linda.
Hello, Ijoma. Good
Hi.
to see you and welcome to Abuja. Now, the Joint Health Workers Union has announced plans to commence an indefinite nationwide strike effective from midnight on Tuesday, April the 17th. The president of a joint health sector union, Comrade Josiah Biobelemoye, explains that the strike is being called following the failure of the federal government to meet the demands of the union.
How many workers government go sell you? How many workers government go sell?
Members of the Joint Health Sector Workers Union singing solidarity songs at the premises of the Medical and Health Workers Union in Abuja. The president of the Workers Union lists their grievances.
We have shown enough compassion. This matter started with this government since 2015. Not be so? Yes, so. Since then, we don't condone. Government go tell us, oh, we go do like this, go go first. We don't go, we go. Then the last one, we don't sign agreement. Agreement they said would be completed or fulfilled in 5 weeks. This is 6 months, and it's still counting. And the government has not done anything.
A planned rally by the union was aborted due to security concerns. The president of the union formally announces their intention to commence a nationwide strike.
Consequent upon this, therefore, JOESU has no other choice than to proceed on an indefinite nationwide strike action as from midnight of Tuesday, 17th April 2018, when the 30 working days is expected to expire. Therefore, JOESU unions hereby direct all her members in federal health institutions all over the country to commence the strike immediately at midnight of Tuesday, 17th April 2018, unfailingly.
Although the union has set a date to commence an industrial action, the union expresses readiness to suspend the strike if the government meets its demands by adjusting the Consolidated Health Salary Structure, CONHES, pay arrears of skipping of CONHES 10, employment of additional health workers, and increase the retirement age from 60 to 65 years.
Now let's look at this issue further. I'm now being joined by the national chairman of the Joint Health Sector Union, Mr. Josiah Biobelemoye. You're welcome to the News at 10.
Thank you. Good evening.
Now, recently, your union issued an ultimatum to the federal government over this matter. Before you reach the point of going on the strike, have there been meetings with the federal government? What has been discussed? What are the feelers you've gotten?
Thank you. I think to keep the record straight, on 30th September last year, we entered into an agreement that should have been fulfilled in 5 weeks. And 6 months, and still counting, it has not been fulfilled, especially the cardinal issues like the adjustment of the CONHES salary structure and the payment of the skipping arrears. So we have no alternative. About meetings, yeah, a meeting was called after, we gave 21 days ultimatum to which nothing was done. Then, because we were still mindful of Nigerians, the plight of Nigerians, we decided to now give a lavish 30 working days, which culminates into 45 days because of public holidays and weekends and all that, because it's not calendar days. Yet, government did not do anything until 5th of this month, April. And what did the government come with? Like I said before, promissory notes. This time, another promissory note saying, we are looking into the matter, we are trying to source fund and all that. But we want to remind Nigerians that same time last year, on the 6th precisely, the government entered into an agreement led by the Minister of Health with the doctors. And within 15 days, from the 6th to 21st, when the doctor said until alert makes Bakam, they're not returning. Within 6 to 21, that is 15 days, it was good enough for the president to sign or approve, and then structure released, and then alert making Bakam.
So last year, your union reached an agreement with the government on some of the issues on health workers' welfare, and I also know some of the issues also had to do with the salary scale. What really happened thereafter?
That's what we're saying. The Ministry of Health, which is managed by the government, the doctors all around, seem to be playing the script of enemy. which falsely claimed that adjusting our salary for us will bring our salary at par with them, which is the greatest fallacy of the century, I can say. Doctors start as a fresh doctor, as a graduate, they come in and they enter service as grade level 12. Whereas other graduates enter at grade level 8. Now tell me, if you adjust the level 8 officer's salary by 20% and you adjust a doctor's salary on 12 with 20%, how can these two meet? Is it possible? Rather than we asking that, relativity has been distorted, because originally all other graduates in this country enter service at 8 and doctors were entering at 9. But today, they enter at 12, which means the one who enters, you, myself, all others, who enter at 8, it takes us 9 years before we get to that 12. And even when we get to that 12, they will still not be stagnant in that place. So they claim. And for that reason, ministry was saying, we need to holistically look at this. And what is holistically look again?
But what can be done, to avert this strike? Because at the end of the day, Nigerians will suffer.
We have told the government time and time again that treat all the children you have fairly. Do not treat one as a prince and another as a slave. If you can do an adjustment of conmess, 2 different salaries, negotiated by us for ourselves. We did not negotiate conmess for them. They never negotiated conmess for us. Now you have adjusted conmess for them within 15 days. What is too big for you? What is it that is too difficult for you to adjust conmess even in 6 months?
Okay. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Bio Belomire, for joining us on the News at 10.
Thank you so much.
Now, when the News at 10 returns, Nigerian Stock Exchange upgrades 4 listed companies to premium status for meeting corporate government standards. That's in business news. Join us again.